Welcome back everyone to Pontos Fathom Hobbies. This is Season 1 of Twilight Imperium 3rd Edition. So we're going to go through the setup of Twilight Imperium. And it might take us a couple of turns to get through it because we're going to kind of go through the massive instruction book page by page to make sure we get everything set up. But yeah, so maybe before we start, I do have a little bit of storage organization already done in the box since I've unboxed this. But maybe we'll have a quick shout out to Pontos Fathom Press. Book 1 and 2 of With Quantum Locksmith Saga. Book 1 is Dead Sons 11 and Book 2 is Locksmith of Quanta. Dead Sons 11, from the back cover, it says, "At the end of time, galaxies and stars have long since dissipated and the universe is dying. 11 heroes, each from a long extinct civilization, are reanimated with a single purpose: to reboot the dying universe. Under the dull infrared glow of starless space, a mysterious race of sentient black hole beings, the Erebos, on the verge of a civil war, prepare for the coming end. But when the 11 discover that the Erebos intend to double-cross them, they begin their own plans to live at all cost." So there you go from the back cover. Locksmith of Quanta is the sequel. These help support the channel, as do your liking, subscribing, watching through our videos, ringing the bell. So go down, check out the links to the bookstore, check out the links to our other channel, Pontos Fathom Press, where we do some book reviews and a weekly podcast. Really appreciate your support. Okay, so let's jump into this. Like, as you guys know from my unboxing video of Twilight Imperium, this is long overdue. I've got a plan out there at one point to paint these minis before I did the board game, but I figured that I won't get around to painting the minis because it's just a huge task, and I seem to have other mini priorities. I kept this box insert because I love the art from the cover. I think it's cool. And I didn't quite do a full organization here, but I can sort of show you how I've got it laid out. Let me just get these tiles out of here and we can jump in. We've got our tiles. I've organized these into just some bagged minis, and got some things in trays below. These are actually boxes from other sets that I've either replaced a custom one, or this might have been from Dune actually. Dune, Gale Force 9 Dune, but just repurposed it for here. So let's go ahead and put the character sheets here, and I will put the game box to the side, and then we can kind of start going through the rule book step by step. And I think that'll be a fun way to start making our way through this game setup. As usual, guys, if you leave some comments below, if you're an expert of Twilight Imperium 3rd Edition, as you may know, I picked up this one. I went with this one as opposed to the most recent version, only because I got such a great deal on it. The box had a little bit of a tiny damage to the box. You can kind of see here some box damage, but I think I almost got it for half price. And there's actually a divot somewhere in the cover, or there's a little bit of separation. You can't really see it, but some of the cardboard separation is happening right here. There's a rough spot, but still, other than that, it's in decent shape. So okay, so we've got the rule book out. Let's jump right into the game setup. So I love this dedication to J.R.R. Tolkien for endless inspiration, the courage to dream of new worlds. To George Lucas, for he once understood the star in our mind's eye. To Frank Herbert for bringing intrigue and the spice to the stars. To Gene Roddenberry for his continuing mission. To Isaac Asimov for showing us to look in so that we may look out. To Dad for the quest of knowing and for games. To Gretchen for her love to Lars forever. CTP, Christopher T. Peterson, game designer. Maybe we'll do some read-throughs of this during the setup. Just quickly, I'll start with the first few paragraphs. It says, "My name is Mautham Iksirva. I am the Winaran keeper of the Custodian Chronicles, and I write this from the ancient Tower of Annals in old Mechatol city. Since inheriting the duties of the chronicle from my father, I've enjoyed the view of our city from my wide windows, enjoyed the old buildings, ancient towers, and bright lights that proudly stretch into the remote distances. Yet like the shadow at my feet, I can never escape or forget the lethal finite borders of my city. I cannot cast aside the fact that less than 100 leagues from this tower, our city's shields rise to protect us from the poisonous dust that is the Sea of Desolation, the terrible wasteland that covers our planet. So let's maybe we'll just do a paragraph or so each read to read through this. Give us some flavoring paragraphs. Okay, it says, welcome to the board game. We got our components. Let's start out with game setup. So it says, before you start playing, follow the following steps below. Separate the 10 home systems from the hexagonal game board pieces. So the 10 home systems would be the ones with the borders. So we've got the Mentax Coalition here, Mentax Coalition. So we can separate that one out. The Naula Collective. The Naula Collective, these guys. Next one. The Emirates of Hakan, tri-planet system. The Emirates of Hakan, the lion head, the classic lion head. We've got the Lizix Mindnet. The Lizix Mindnet. Obviously, I'm pronouncing these as best as I can, but I'm sure that there is a certain fan way of pronouncing that for fans of the game, so forgive me. The Yisrael tribes. If I get the pronunciation wrong and you have a penchant for correcting that, please leave the pronunciation in some kind of way to get it across, and I will read those comments and get back to you. The Yisrael tribes. Guys, next we've got, next in the stack is the Federation of Soul, which sounds like Earth, but no, it's Jord. They look human though. Is it Earth? Leave me a comment below, guys. I'm not sure. The Barony of Letnev, 2 planets again. The Barony of Letnev. And the Universities of Jolnar. Nar and Jolnar. The Universities of Jolnar. Are they like some kind of symbiosis planet? The Sardak Nor. The Sardak Nor. And finally, the Ixcha Kingdom. It's like a sea tortoise. Yeah, we can read through all these guys at some point too when we do the setup. So yeah, we separate those 10 home systems from the other game pieces. So let's assume that we've got a for the setup purposes, let's set up for let's see. We'll assume 6 players. Okay, so we'll go through and just randomize these to pick the 6 players. So let's kind of go through this and okay, so we'll just pick 6 of these out of the top. Okay, we'll put these aside. So we've got the Emirates of Hakan, the Mentix Coalition, the Naula Collective, the Federation of Sol, the Barony of Letnev, and the Sardak Nor. Okay, so let's kind of go with those. So we pick those, and we allow them to draw that random. All players take the sheets with their control markers. So we've got the Sardak, we've got the Mentax Coalition, the Naula Collective, the Emirates of Hakan, the Sardak Nor, the Federation of Sol, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and last is the Barony of Letnev. Okay, so these guys are out. Okay, so these guys back in the box. Okay, so we'll just put these up on the board. Next is each player selects one of the 6 available colors. So we'll give them the 6 colors. Just take these out and put them on the board. And I will assign those off camera for the next round. And I'm going to set up a common area of space. So let's just try to create the galaxy. So we will create the galaxy by we'll take one the master key planet, which is, I think I have to grab that one out, the Metacol Rex. So I'm looking for the Metacol Rex. Okay, we got Metacol Rex for the interior. So we will go ahead and okay, now we have to get the remaining systems out of here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So we got those 20. So 20. This must be 10 more here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So there's 32. Okay, that's the 32. So we can randomize these. Okay, so we've got these shuffled up. And now we will place the Metacol Rex at the center. We'll leave 2 spaces up. 1, 2, and we will place these randomly. So let's just take 2 of these to make the spacing. So 1, 2, and we will shuffle these up again. And we'll place Barony of Letnev, and then we'll put these 2 down here below, and then we'll place here, again, so we're going by this rulebook setup. We'll put another planet here, which is the Sardak Nor. Then we'll do 2 more this way. And we'll pick one. It's the Nowla Collective. We'll do 2 more down below. And that'll be the Federation of Soul. We'll do 2 in this direction. And that will be the Mentex Coalition. And then finally the last one will be Emirates of Hakan. Okay, so then what we do is we take these out, we throw these 2 back into the box, and we can shuffle these up. And then I believe we randomly place these in circles around. So let's just go to that setup page again. Okay, then players in a clockwise starting with the first player begin creating the galaxy of placing a tile single at a time adjacent. So let's just kind of do it by random here. So we got 1, 2. Let's shuffle these a little better. It looks like all the planets are lined up here. So let's now I kind of pick them at random too. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Okay. So guys, we've gotten the initial board galaxy. We've got the initial galaxy, let's call it. The initial galaxy is set up. Join us back again for, we'll keep going through the setup. So thank you for watching. This is like setup round 1. This is like my first multiple round setup, but you know, this is the nature of Twilight Imperium. So we'll see you back here in setup turn number 2. So thanks for watching. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.